This Keloland Living segment is sponsored by Lewis Drug, your first stop for exceptional pharmacy services.
As the days get longer and we spend more time outside, protecting your skin becomes more important than ever.
From daily sunscreen habits to understanding your personal risk, there are simple steps you can take to stay safe.
Lewis Drug pharmacist Sarah Ike is here to say that just as important is knowing what to look for.
Today we're talking about how to guard against harmful UV rays and the key warning signs of skin cancer you shouldn't ignore. All right, great
Thank
topic.
you for being here. And with the sun that's been out
having
over the weekend, this is a great topic.
Yeah,
Right.
hopefully I'm not too late for some of us.
right. I said I did get a little sun yesterday. So
Yeah.
talk about, we have a bunch of different products here. What do we all have?
So we have various, sunscreen comes in a couple of different forms. There's either chemical or mineral sunscreen, and the big difference is how they protect you from UV rays. So chemical sunscreen actually seeps into the skin and kind of prevents sun from sinking into your skin that way, whereas mineral sunscreen provides like a literal physical barrier. They're available in obviously like lotions and sprays, but sometimes there's also balms and oils that have SPF in them. So
Okay, what does SPF stand for and what does it mean?
yes, so SPF stands for sun protection factor, and a way to think of it is if it is how much magnified your natural sun protection is. So if you're without anything on is 1, then SPF 50 would be 50 times more protective than your bare skin alone.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
That's
I got
good
it.
to know.
Yeah.
It gets a
That is
little bit
good.
confusing. How do you know what one you should be wearing?
Well, so general rule of thumb is probably 30 and up are probably for the best. There's SPF 15 and lower are kind of in tanning products. Ones that I don't typically recommend. Add anything between 30 and up to 100 gives almost 99% coverage from UV rays. So you kind of have to take into account where you are. Some places have higher UV index, and sometimes just like your own skin sensitivity. Sometimes chemical sunscreens can be a little bit harsher on the more sensitive skin, or whereas mineral sunscreen's a little bit more mild.
Okay.
Can medications increase the sensitivity of your skin?
Oh, for sure. And that's something that I have to tell patients quite a lot. There are some that are kind of surprising. You wouldn't typically think of as being something to increase sensitivity, but certain antibiotics that are pretty common, like doxycycline or fluoroquinolones, sometimes NSAIDs, like over-the-counter naproxen, technically can increase your sun sensitivity, and some medicines for heart. But the ones that I always say is if you're on anything for acne, always wear SPF. I don't care. Everybody who is on anything for acne, retinoids can thin your skin, and you have to wear SPF to protect yourself.
It sounds
Okay.
like if you're not and you're using those on your face, you might even be kind of doing the opposite of what you're trying to achieve.
Yes, it can be more harmful in the long run.
And so you're saying if you're on a medication for acne, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, everybody should wear SPF every day, but
Even more so.
even more so, exactly.
Okay, well, what if you do get sunburned? How should you treat it? That's my problem, because I usually I do get some kind of a sunburn
Right.
somewhere, and then I don't know what to put on it, and it burns for
Yeah.
days. So what can you do?
Definitely uncomfortable. So there's nothing really that can treat the burn other than time, but there is definitely stuff that we have to help you be more comfortable. The most important thing is hydration for sure, making sure not only that you moisturize your skin, but drinking plenty of water to help bring some moisture back into the skin. And when it's getting to the point where it's a little bit painful, you can obviously do like over-the-counter medicines, and there are some medicated sprays that have menthol in it to give you a cooling sensation. And then of course aloe vera, very popular. It helps provide a soothing feeling to that burning.
A little bit of a cooling layer I think that we
Yes.
all need after that sunburn.
Right.
So when we're talking about, skin cancer, what can people be looking for when it comes to that?
Yes, so with the increases in sun sensitivity and everything, what determines what would be more concerning or not, there are a couple of little rules of thumb. One thing to look for are the A, B, C, D, E's. A being asymmetric, so one that doesn't look quite shaped symmetrically, obviously. And going with that is B for border. So if usually like a normal skin mark would be kind of round. In cases of skin cancer, it has an irregular border. Color is also a big indicator. If it's multicolored or if it's more reddish is another one. Diameter, if it's particularly big. But the one that is really important to keep in mind is evolution. Like if it changes over time, if you notice changes, that's when you should
Meaning
get
just
that looked like.
growing, just getting bigger.
Yes, exactly, precisely.
Okay. If you do see something like that growing or a mole that's changing in size, what's the first step somebody should do?
Call the dermatologist, make an appointment, and of course, wear SPF and keep
Right.
it covered and protected for further damage.
Yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry and to just
Right.
call and go in and check. That way you know and you're not prolonging something.
Yeah, even if you are just, maybe it is, maybe it's not, it's better to be safe than sorry. Get it checked out.
What about kiddos in the sun? What should they be wearing?
Oh, sunscreen, of course.
Yeah.
SPF 50 is usually what I recommend, whatever you can get on them.
Right.
Sprays are usually a little bit easier than doing the lotions, and making sure you reapply. I know it's hard to round them up when they're all having such a great time out playing in the sun, but if you can get them to reapply, you'll be better for it.
Yeah.
They won't be as sunburnt.
How often?
About every, depending on like the sun levels, but usually rule of thumb every like hour and a half to 2 hours.
Wow. Okay.
So you really do need to be
Yeah.
on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also heard some of those sprays, you need to spray it, then also rub it in instead of just spraying it.
Yeah, and most of the sprays are chemical sunscreen, and those you actually have to let sit on the skin because, like I said earlier, they absorb into the skin.
Okay.
So you should put it on at least like 20 minutes before you're going to be out in the sun.
Got
That
it.
is one thing I have changed is starting to put it on,
Before.
and letting it really sit in before heading out to the pool or outside.
Yeah.
And I have noticed a bit of a difference.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
All right.
well,
Well, thank you so much for
Yes,
being here and
thank you so
explaining
much
all
for
of
having
this.
me.
Whether you need to stock up on sunscreen or refill a prescription, make your neighborhood Lewis your first stop. With 61 locations across the upper Midwest, Lewis has been a trusted neighborhood pharmacy and market leader for over 80 years.
Simply head to lewisdrug.com to find the location nearest you. And while you're there, be sure to download the Lewis app to your smartphone to get special savings and chances to win Lewis app rewards.
This Keloland Living segment has been sponsored by Lewis Drug, your first stop for exceptional pharmacy services.
Still ahead, more inspiration, more style, and more reasons to smile.
Don't go anywhere.